half the problem out of the way.
But we also got World's End, and that's going to be our first map. We've got xJcoolJ on the Ahsoka versus Saphir over to the Olgram. We talked about this in the pre-show. A lot of people kind of swapped off of the Axe after a couple of nerfs. But on the other side, xJcoolJ, he's kind of just been playing the Asuri. He has reported 16 Asuris so far.
All right, right now, definitely kind of battling it out here again, still trying to feel each other out. But Saphir definitely loving that wall, going to be hanging out there just a little bit. And as soon as they get on it, you know, I kind of get it. xJcoolJ, he's definitely putting the beat down on him as soon as he gets on stage. Look at that. Retreat. Oh, okay. Create a little bit of space for yourself, but right back off stage again. Go to that wall.
Yeah, very patient neutral coming out from xJcoolJ. Just kind of go in, get that two-piece, and then reset time and time again. So far, it's been working pretty well as he's added up a lot of damage. Little aggressive here, but not able to find the hit.
Okay. And right now, yep, just trying to see if they can get a weapon, but no. Right now, xJ doing a really solid job kind of keeping him unarmed, but he does find a way to pick up that rocket lance here. And kind of just going back and forth between one side of the stage to the other, but here we go. Great situation. Nope, not going to find the hit that they need to get that first stock out of there.
Okay, good. The side air coming out from xJcoolJ was struggling a little bit to get that final blow. You saw him swap over to the sword because he was looking for like the easy downlight side air, downlight recovery, but he just could not find the opportunity to get that downlight.
There we go. Now Saphir on the offensive end here. However, xJ does find a way back onto the stage, gets a little bit of damage for their troubles before. Whoa, where are you going?
Yeah, utilizing that down air to get some horizontal distance, got that wall touch. I think he slid lower than he wanted, but also he was heckin' damaged, so Saphir with that neutral light gonna get that KO.
There we go. Okay, there we go. Now
Nice.
Saphir looking like he's starting to kind of get a little bit of rhythm going here, putting on some decent damage. xJ with the counter attack.
Dude, Saphir had such a good read with that dodge up on xJcoolJ, got that second dare, but he just wasn't expecting, again, a vertical escape, so he ended up whiffing on that follow-up.
All right. And a lot of dancing around here, but you know what? That's kind of typical, especially for an early set. It's two players trying to figure each other out.
Stuck on the wall. Oh, wow. He had 3 exclamation points, but he used the exhausted recovery. Still deep red. xJcoolJ just needs to find the right read. Qatars don't have the easy straight KO tool. It's going to be the recovery. They don't have the combo. You know what I mean? They don't. You have to do neutral light, and then they got to read the dodge. Yeah. Their lives are so hard.
I'm like, you just kind of saw a straight hit right there of all things. But either way, yeah, xJ doing a fantastic job and kind of just keeping that, from what we've seen from the history between these two, I mean, seems to be working out pretty well for him so far. Has a nice little lead here going into the last stock in game 1. Saphir a little bit behind, but honestly, nothing that can't be made up for.
Yeah, definitely doable, although with how Saphir's been playing, he has been kind of behind throughout the entirety of this game number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Burns the recovery.
Onto the stage here, and now, again, right back to neutral. The xJ does find a couple of stray hits. Not going to do too much with it right now. And just slowly just kind of building up damage before he can close that out. Not quite going to do it right there, but perhaps this next setup.
Oh, okay. I was expecting the dodge up. Went for that double dare again. xJcoolJ doing a really good job getting out of Saphir's combos. And that's going to be the KO. xJcoolJ takes game number 1.
Very well played. Beautifully played by xJ here. Doing a great job. All right, as we move on to our next match here. I mean, right now, xJ's definitely, you know, sitting pretty. Let's look at the damage. Okay, only about 30 points of damage separating between the two of them. So, fairly close game for the most part, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, the damage per engagement is actually completely even, 25-25.
Oh, nice.
It's just xJcoolJ getting those KOs a little bit earlier, I think, is what it really boiled down to.
Yep. I think what you just did just turned off all the volume for me.
I wish. I hope so. That'd be really cool.
Like, I can't hear the game at all. I can hear you.
No, there's no game audio right now.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
That's probably their fault.
Yeah. Or, you know what, that would also make sense.
Chat can't see me pointing at
production. Yeah, okay, yeah, here, it's back.
Yeah.
It's back, okay.
It's not my fault.
My bad. I'm silly.
Other things are my fault, though, like, I don't know. I don't have a good transition. We're getting into game number 2. That's my fault.
All right. Well, as we continue to move forward here, yeah, going right back to World's End. So it's just going to be a matter of probably seeing a lot of World's End today because we saw that a lot earlier as well. So You know, you can remove the Fortress of Lions from the players, but you can't remove the players from, you know, picking the same stage over and over again. So
there's kind of like this 3 maps, right? Apocalypse, Small World's End, and Fortress of Lions. It's kind of generally those 3 as the most neutral.
Yeah.
Downlight recovery, not quite enough. A little bit too much defense on this Olgrim.
Okay, and there we go. Rocket Lance right in hand. Does opt to go back to that center stage, just trying to control that a little bit there. But oops, put myself off stage. Does find a way to get a straight hit to put him right back on, though.
Ooh, okay, didn't see the opportunity to go for that second sider. You saw Saphir going out real far. That's going to be the KO.
That was super great, too, by xJ. Basically just kept some crazy pressure after getting that recovery the whole way down of Saphir just kind of getting back to the stage. And it was an easy setup to close out that stock. So, again, you don't always have to actually find a hit to put pressure on your opponent. Sometimes it's just throwing out a small hitbox or 2 just to make them drift a certain way. So that was actually just really well done.
Yeah, xJcoolJ's been... Oh, okay, good cleanup from Saphir. Keeping this one a lot closer than it was in game number 1, and it looks like he wants to play the Axe against xJcoolJ. There's generally been a lot of Lance in the last game. He did 306 damage versus the 162 from his Axe. So we'll see what he does here.
Yeah, I mean, right now it does seem to be probably a little bit better, especially just because of like how fast the weapons are that xJ has access to between Sword and Katars. Like maybe the Axe just kind of answers it a little bit better. Like I don't think the Rocket Lance was doing bad, but you know, it's nice to have a little bit of speed.
Yeah, I think one thing that's nice about Axe in this specific matchup is like you kind of control closer spaces to you. Uh-oh. Oh, what a wild dare. Saphir saw a ghost below his feet and ends up falling for that one.
I mean, I swing at ghosts sometimes too in my sleep, and then like my wife like shakes me awake. And she says, "Stop! You know, you're not in the war anymore.
It's over. You've come home." Saphir, though, might have to work through some of his traumas right now as he is going to fall, and that is a 2-0 xJcoolJ up over Saphir.
He definitely tried working through those traumas, but that did not work.
That was pretty hard.
That was definitely very rough. Anyway, no, seriously, good stuff. You know, it's crazy because I thought, you know, okay, Saphir, you know, like you mentioned, bigger number, you know, worst player, you know, 25. Not to say that xJ is a worse player, but rankings would say, you know, 25 and 9, and when the best player is ranked number 1, Saphir would be the better player. But I've definitely seen stuff like this before, too, where you have a player who's just like, so consistently good, and then they go against someone. It's not that that person's a bad player, but they're ranked, you know, noticeably lower, but they just have their number. I've seen it a few times too. Like over in Smash, you have like Tweak, top player, like one of like top 5 in the world, and then he goes against his other player named Goblin. And Goblin isn't exactly, I don't think he's been ranked like top 50 in a while, but he always destroys them. So, and it looks like this is kind of what we're getting here between Saphir and xJ.
Yeah, sometimes it's just that player matchup. And you can kind of see how it works out where xJcoolJ just manages to get some longer extended strings on Saphir, and on the other side, Saphir's not able to really get a lot going. Momentum definitely just tends to lean in xJcoolJ's favor.
All right. And now here we go. xJ putting down some great damage here with the Katars. Goodness. And tossing that weapon away, that's definitely going to be a little bit costly here. But no, unarmed and gets the Rocket Lance in the process.
That was some good movement to get away from that gravity cancel side stick from xJcoolJ and come back and punish. But in the air, gravity cancel downlight recovery will be the first KO.
Yep. Yeah, xJ's definitely been really on top of that, honestly. And, you know, I think I'm starting to see exactly why Saphir might struggle in the matchup against xJ. Is just because of what we were seeing before xJ lost. Is just the way that xJ can just absolutely smother Saphir in a way that just I guess he's not really comfortable dealing with, unless, you know, you chase him up to the top blast zone and then he's just, all right, well, I punished you now.
He might have that turnaround ability, but like when it comes to straight neutral, I think Saphir's a little bit afraid. Like xJcoolJ definitely controls more space, has a little bit better movement than outspacing Saphir, but Saphir right now trying to get that juggle. xJcoolJ got the landing.
Okay. Oh.
Nice.
Yep, nice finding your way back on stage. And while they're unarmed, there we go, making some noise a little bit. You know, it might be a little late, but it's not too late, it seems, as you're up 2-1. But we will see how xJ responds back. Unarmed for the moment, but does get the Katar in hand. Now putting down a lot of pressure to Saphir, not going to get the recovery.
Really good dodge down from Saphir. xJcoolJ was definitely swinging for the KO off of that neutral light. Saphir, though, whiffs the side light, and that's going to be an easy punish. xJcoolJ and Saphir, final stocks here, game 3.
Yeah, very well played, and really the damage is not that far, but we see the Katars in hand, but we do see the axe come out as well. xJ, there we go. I like that. He kind of gets his 1s, 2s, 3s, and then backs right out and just says, all right, I'm about to do this again, because that's what I do with Katars.
Yo, Katars, a pressure weapon, likes to stay close, likes to stay right on top of the opponent, but that time outspaces the sidelight from Saphir and then immediately goes back in.
And it's just been a constant, like, assault of I jump in, I get my 3 hits, I jump right back out, wash, rinse, repeat, and now I have the sword in hand. And you know what? Again, just going off stage just that little bit with a sword while Saphir was unarmed was enough pressure to make Saphir second guess exactly how I wanted to recover. And unfortunately, he did not have the resources to be able to recover from that spot. So honestly, just a well played there at xJ at the very end. But you know what? Even better well played for just getting a 3-0 here.
Yeah, really solid 3-0 coming out from xJcoolJ, earning his spot in the top 8 of things alongside the likes of Bamya and Marker, and really just like completely controlling the pace against Saphir.
I love those hits. It's just like the recovering is just the smallest bonk, and that's it. You know what? Throw it away.
It's so rough when you're the person on the bottom, though, because you're like, aw. I'm trying.
Yeah. But see, me with like, I just don't compete like as much as I used to. So in that situation, I just feel like, tee-hee, that was funny, but oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man. And that's the other thing too. If you look at the signature count, 1 signature was thrown out that entire time, and it missed. But like, it's just straight up light attacks the whole way through. So honestly, really good stuff. I mean, who knows? I guess neither of these characters are characters that you're normally going to be seeing a lot of SIGs thrown out. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think xJcoolJ just really played a very clean Asuri game.
Oh, yeah.
Like you see in the damage numbers, 305 on the Katars, 195 on the sword. It's because that's the classic. Do a bunch of damage with the Katars, get him to KO %, and then switch over to the sword, downlight side air, downlight recovery, and then rinse and repeat. And Saphir just was not able to find an answer.
Yep, it seems like that curse.